The pilot woke up on a cliff to find a small rock goat licking his face. When he came to his senses, the brutal reality hit him like a ton of bricks. He was stranded on the edge of a cliff thousands of feet high, surrounded by endless sky, a massive rock wall behind him, and a bottomless abyss below. Looking up, he saw his parachute tangled precariously on a dying tree. He was in serious trouble. Drawing on his professional training, the pilot studied the cliff face and noticed the entire wall was smooth salt rock. He quickly pulled out his knife, took off his leather shoes, and punched the blade through from the inside to create makeshift climbing boots. Then he grabbed 2 more knives, spun around, and kicked hard against the wall. With that foothold, he started climbing desperately, using both hands and feet. But since the knives weren't actual climbing gear, one suddenly snapped with a sharp crack under his weight. He lost his grip and began to fall. Luckily, the dead tree holding his parachute caught him, but the impact cracked the brittle wood instantly. The tree groaned under the strain, and with no other choice, he decisively cut the rope around him. Just before the tree broke completely, he managed to sever the parachute lines and swing into a crevice in the cliff face. Now he had only 1 foot pressed against the salt wall. Once his strength gave out, he'd plunge into the abyss. Without rope to help him, all he could do was wedge himself in the crevice and slowly wait for the end. Just as despair set in, he looked up and spotted a rock goat sprawled against the cliff wall, casually licking the salt rock. That image sparked an idea. He lunged forward, spread his arms wide, and managed to wedge his body between the cliff walls. Looking down at the thousands of feet below, fear rushed through him, but there was no turning back now. He steadied his breathing, pushed through the terror, and after a grueling climb, finally reached a jutting ledge. But before he could catch his breath, the salt rock beneath his feet suddenly gave way. The crumbly salt couldn't support his weight. His mind went blank, and pure instinct kicked in. Like a desperate monkey, he moved lightning fast, stepping on a goat's back, then leaping from one cliff goat to another in quick succession. With one final jump, he barely managed to grab the edge of the summit, but he was completely exhausted and couldn't pull himself up. Just then, an old mountain goat walked over and glared at him fiercely. It sniffed the air, realized he wasn't one of them, and without hesitation charged straight at him with its head. His whole body swung out into Kong, nearly knocked off the cliff. He couldn't figure out why this goat had it out for him. The goat wasn't done yet and charged at him again. This time he seized the moment and grabbed its horns with all his remaining strength. The panicked goat tried to escape, backing up frantically in its struggle, and accidentally dragged the man up to the summit. He could hardly believe it. In the end, it was the goat that saved his life. He gently stroked the goat, eyes full of gratitude. Have animals ever helped you out? Follow me to catch the next exciting part of this film.